are you doing? You switched off completely. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about it. Hey, let's go out there and let's reset.
Let's fight.
Better than that. I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. You've led him back into this. You're better than this.
Let's go.
What are you doing? Come on, switch on. Switch on. You're starting to make mistakes.
Do your business.
Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing? Done all your work all the way through camp. Get this boxing back together.
Let's do it. One, two, three, four, five. And you continue.
What was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching off. Let's get out there, get your boxing back together. Just take the rounds off.
Let's do it.
Want to win this fight? Right. Now listen, kid, I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your...
And back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your glove.
You let him back into the fight that round. That's his round. Are you okay?
For I am the truth. I am the light that lighteth every man and woman that cometh into this continent, into this world of America today.
Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here he is, Terrence Crawford, 5'7" tall, tipping the scales at 140 pounds, bang on, with a reach of 47 inches. And up against him, it's the towering Inferno, 6'5.5" tall with a massive reach of 80 inches.
Remember, there's a shorter reach here, so now they have to slip inside.
And here he is, Bud, Terrence Crawford. And he'll be facing Sebastian Fundora, fighting out of Coachella, California, ranked as the best active light middleweight by the Ring magazine.
Todd, can you spot the reach difference? Can you spot it? Look at that.
Well, we're all set. Let's go into the ring for the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division undisputed champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner, representing the renowned boxing family from Coachella, California in the United States, here is a unified super welterweight champion of the world, the towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait. And that's the opening bell, round 1. Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. And he scores with the counter. There's a counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They exchange punches. He misses with that straight left. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. All the seats have been taken in this unique setting. What an event it will be here tonight.
Todd, I love theatres. For all these reasons, you can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches actually echo. You're that fighter coming in, and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere. You know the pressure is going to be on.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter punch caught him clean. Misses with the straight left. Beautiful counter punch. Good counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. He knew his chin would get tested in this fight and it failed him miserably.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last. Here we go, it's round 2. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to block it.
Fundora just got rocked. That was the moment.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
You don't want to trade shots. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap.
Well, hold on a second, Johnny. Oh, Sebastian Fundora is hurt. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do you do? What do you tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
A perfect counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last. There's the bell to start round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Nice counter shot. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Catch and shoot. Nice counter shot. Couldn't land that jacket. Have to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. What a punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Back at it in round 4. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Those counter punches have to hurt. And he misses with that straight left. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? A swing and a miss with the left hook. Counter punching. Back and forth they go. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Beautiful counter shot. Misses with the straight left. He threw a punch and just got countered. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round.
Switched off completely.
On to the 5th we go. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That jab misses. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Nope, that uppercut does not score. Hook punch scores. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
There's a lot on the line here.
Let's start the sixth. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Stamina is off the charts. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Just misses with that uppercut. Perfect counter lands. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Good job stopping that uppercut. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round.
Big, deep.
Here comes round 7. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
That counter shot lands. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Nice counter. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. I want to think of holding on here for a minute. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Fundora just got rocked. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, four, five. Come to me.
No one knows a fighter. And they're back at it again here in round 8. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
You can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You okay?
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. Then they get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's time for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Misses with the straight left. Hey, those punches add up. Solid punch. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. The judges have spoken a unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous. You know what?
feeling like I got a brand new contract. Armed and dangerous and ready for combat. Soon as I catch him on sight, it's contact. I get the job done proper, there's no comebacks. That's not fair, people hoping on the balance. But either you got that magic or you haven't. And we were born and blessed with all this talent. Soon as we're given a task, it's so apparent I'm fully prepared, fully activated and ready. Focused on the target, grab my weapon, hold it steady, your name. You know that aim rate's heavy. Got the beast in me screaming out, let me out the cage. I ain't gotta do it with rage. The days are numbered, see my steps are calculate. On time, not a second hour late. You're witnessing the mastery that we display like a hitman. Yeah. See, I go in and get the job done. Yeah, I'm moving like a hitman. Yeah, I go in and get the job done. They don't want none. I got that experience like I've been doing this for centuries. Before the events, I would practice while it was empty. Never needed approval, all I needed was improvement. Got swift with the movement, I attack and defend. We ain't in the same league, we breathe the same air. They act out of fear, that ain't the same here. They don't know why they came, I know my lane clear. And when I need to switch it up, I only change gears. Enemy, where art thou? There were so many habagos, it's looking sparse now. I let my weapon whisper to you like a can't shout. I'm getting even, 4-2-3, I'm like a calm count. But you can count on me to do it for the right price. It ain't a game even though I spy. They feel the presence of our zeitgeist. My victories were written in bright lights. I'm moving like a hitman. Cause I go in and get the job done. You see me moving like a hitman. Yeah, I go in and get the job done. You don't want none. I'm moving like a hitman. You know I get the job done. See me moving like a hitman. I go in and get the job done. They don't want none.
We are live at Valcour Bay on a beautiful afternoon. A great day for boxing. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable.
Terrence.
This back.
And of course, great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. These two fighters are made for one another. Oh, look at that left jab. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
He threw the hook, didn't land. How about that time counter shot? Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Left hook just missed. Straight right just misses. Nice counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Hear
here we go for round two. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The counter-fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
To beat a counter-puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
That counter punch caught him clean. Straight right just misses. They exchange punches. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Just missed with that jab. Straight right just misses. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Robinson in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
Let's get it started in round three. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Fighters certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
And he fails to score with that left hook. Beautiful counter shot. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
A swing and a miss with the left hook. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pumped areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Robinson in that last round. And there's the bell to start round four. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecard. This fight counter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Both men step back for just a moment. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. That bell could not... Time for the 5th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he scores with the counter. Swing and a miss with that left hook. Very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
These punches coming from every angle. We'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Robinson in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win. On to the 6th round. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Nice defense, avoiding the right uppercut. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? An amazing knockout finish here. That was something special. And that body shot folded him like an old T-shirt.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a